Where are the drugs going?
Where are the other drugs going?
And then it goes, Argentinos los drogos. That's Spanish. And he's like, where are the drugs?
Where are the drugs going?
So look at that one. That one sticks.
Well, I just lost my voice.
No. He's like,
Is it good?
yeah, I swear.
Swear to me!
That's what he does. He's just like, swear to me. Shang-Chi is way better.
No, Eternals.
It's not even close.
No,
dude.
okay. Actually, I watched Shang-Chi again, and it was really good. I enjoyed it.
It's way
More
better.
the second time than I did the first.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Entertaining Stupid Podcast. As always, my name is Buddy Jayson, and my amigos with me today are...
Christian.
Matty B.
Yeah, it's been a while since I had you guys back on.
Matty,
Yes,
let
sir.
me be.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's been,
What was your buddy saying? Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's like a TikTok thing or
Is it?
Yeah.
a millennial thing, because I've been hearing it around like a crap ton.
Is he still at the office with you guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yeah,
That guy's
he's still
hilarious.
I saw him at the gym a couple times.
Yeah, you ran into... He's been kind of like stalking you at the gym a little
No,
bit.
that's a lie, Jason.
He's like, well, there's been a couple of there's a couple of times where he's like, he sees you, but he's like, he's not sure, or he doesn't want to approach you or whatever.
Because of the mask?
Yeah, I guess a little mask, and maybe just because, I don't know, there's a little bit of
Uncertainty?
yeah.
Yeah.
But then it was like, you know what? I told him, you know what? If you see him, just go up and say hi. He'll say hi back. I mean, he's a
He was
friendly
hilarious.
Well, I was actually, because he came up to me, because he was like right next to me, and then he said hi, and then I knew who he was, but I was surprised he knew who I was, because he was fucking hammered.
We should probably give
Yeah,
the
give
audience some context,
Okay, Matt,
right?
you tell the story.
No, I'm not really great at the story.
Why not?
I don't even remember his name.
It's Lyndon.
Oh, his name is Lyndon?
Yeah.
Okay, if we have to beep it out, we'll bleep it out. But me and you were going to a bar, so we ended up going to a local establishment called Leopold's.
Yeah.
And then when we get there, we just see like Jayson and three other guys, and they're just waving us, and we're like, "What the hell?" And then we go and we sit there, and we sit with Jayson and his three amigos, and they end up like we end up finding out that they're work friends. They all work at the same place, and that they were at a golf tournament. And there was one gentleman, his name was Lyndon, and he was having a good night. He was having a great night. Yeah, he was 2 fingers deep in all his drinks and just giving her all he had, right? And then he was also just he was the life of the
You also have to say
party.
like what day of the week this was.
Wasn't this like on a Wednesday?
It was
or
like Tuesday. I think
It was
No, it was Thursday.
No, it was a Thursday.
It was
Yeah.
Thursday. It was
Okay.
Thursday.
We had to go
yeah.
to work the next day. I
Yeah,
still
it was
remember that.
Thursday. Yeah, that's right. And it was a Thursday, and he was just having a good time, and then he was also trying to flirt with girls, and like he was like, oh, that girl's so good looking and this and that, because he's a young guy, right? And he's single, right?
Yep.
So, and then all of a sudden he like tells us the story about how he messaged this girl on Tinder at like 4:00 in the morning that he had matched with. He's like, "Are you up?" And then she didn't reply, and then at like 10 a.m. he replied back saying, "Yes, sir." And that's like how that whole story got together.
It's just like a funny. It's just like a funny.
It's hilarious.
It's not like it's
like
not
a-
on the nose. It's just like
it's
what?
more of like he's like, okay, he knows he's been defeated at that point, right?
Yeah.
It's kind
Yeah.
of like
It's like saying it's like saying fuck me, right? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, without saying.
But it was just funny. Yes, sir.
Yeah, see, the one drinking out with those guys, and like we're planning on doing it again, but there's a big debate about whether we go out on a Thursday night or a Friday night.
I'd go Friday.
Yeah,
You think
Thursday?
you think like most rational people, you choose the Friday, right?
Yeah.
So that you have the
But wait, wasn't
But
your
you
golf
all-
tournament work related?
yeah.
But
Yeah,
you
we're
all want to suffer together. That's why at work, right? Is that why you guys?
well,
drink
that's
Thursday?
the one thing that the one of the other guys is like, no, we go drinking on a Thursday because we want to be hungover on company time, and that way we still have the weekend to ourselves.
It's not a bad idea. It really isn't a bad idea. It's kind of smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
if
mean,
it's
Well, okay, that's smart if you. I'm assuming you guys mostly just sit at desks, right?
yeah.
Okay, that. But if you had to like
dude,
move around and do shit,
Actually, it might be better to actually move around and do shit, because I think when you sit at a desk, it's even worse.
I don't know.
Because,
I
like,
choose not to
You're
go to
not
work.
when you're not even paying attention to anything you're doing, and you feel like absolute shit, and you're like, oh my god, and you just can't like do anything.
Yeah.
Like as long as you're walking and stuff, you like, kind of like walk it off, kind of. But man, when you're at a desk,
No,
it's
man.
really-
Yeah, Lyndon was
Yeah.
like absolutely plastered by the end of the night. And the next day, he shows up like 2 hours late for work. 'Cause
Without telling anybody.
Well,
Yeah.
but he has like, you guys have flexibility to come in.
yeah,
Do you?
well,
Do you?
That's my
that
understanding.
and
But he's a
and
student.
yeah, our boss also showed up like an hour and a half.
Well, yeah,
late.
because it was a company party, so that's why it makes sense. Right?
Yeah, and then barely got any work done. Spent most of his time there just sleeping underneath his desk.
Actually,
Yeah, like he closed the door.
George Costanza did, dude.
He closed his desk and or closed his door to his office and just started napping.
That might
underneath
be the
desk.
greatest thing that ever I got Seinfeld is when George creates a bed underneath his desk.
that's
He's
actually.
always working.
But the part of that night that will stick out in my mind was him. He kept saying he's gonna go talk to that one older woman who is with a guy who could probably double for Vin Diesel.
He could
Like
rip him in half.
You were calling him what? Batista
Dude,
all night long?
Yeah,
he
Batista.
didn't look. He was bigger than Vin Diesel. He looked like the Mountain. He was huge.
Like he wasn't like the Mountain, but like he was.
No,
like,
he was wide
just,
like the Mountain. His arms were massive, dude.
Just picture in your head, 6 foot bald guy who's buff, and that's exactly
Like-
who that was.
Like he was big.
Wearing a sriracha shirt.
He was like big, like Batista or the Mountain. He
Yeah,
was
and
massive.
and he was gonna go over there while that guy was there. Lyndon was gonna,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh my god, that like the window that we were sitting next to, I was like, that's gonna be gone, and he's gonna be on the other side of that after this. And then this guy gets up to go to the bathroom, and Lyndon thinks it's a good idea that he's gonna make his move. And goes, I don't know what he said to her,
I don't know
but
what
he
he
went
said.
up to her and then just
He just
came
came
back
back.
right away. And like, good on her for not like telling that guy about it.
yeah,
But I thought that was
he was funny.
I was ready to leave.
Lyndon has balls, all right?
He does. I admire his. He's got balls, man. I admire that.
That's so fucked. I don't.
He's very brave.
I get really bad secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah,
Like
same
bad.
here.
Like
we,
bad.
See, it's funny. Like that doesn't really bother me, but like something super awkward on a TV show or something, like I can't do this, and I just like try to like stop the show or change
That's
it.
why it took me
Like-
it took me 3 tries to finish Dinner for Schmucks
Oh,
because
yeah?
it was so cringe that I couldn't handle it.
Like some of the stuff Michael Scott does, I'm like, oh no. Don't
well,
do
same
that.
fucking
Yeah,
guy.
I know.
Steve Carell's just cringe. That's what
You
know.
Man, some of the stuff that
Michael
that
C.
show is
Carell.
so funny though.
The Office.
Yeah.
They toned him down for the first season after the first season because he was just
I think
ridiculous.
it's even like I was watching like season 4 and stuff. He's like doing stuff. You're like, oh my god, you can't like they couldn't do those jokes anymore.
Or like
Unfortunately.
I saw a clip where they go to an Italian restaurant and he
Yeah.
tries to order gabagool, which was like like you know what gabagool?
No.
It's like
it's a processed like deli meat kind of.
yeah, but it's like what they say in The Sopranos. Like it's like the weird. I was talking to Giovanni about this because
It's I think it's called capicola or something like
yeah,
that.
but there's like certain Italian words that will get kind of bastardized as time goes on. Like what was like a gumar.
yeah.
That's like Giovanni told me what the actual word in Italian is, and it sounds similar, but it just means buddy. That's what it means. It means buddy. So like certain words will get, fucked as time goes on. But yeah, so he tries to order gabagool, and they're like, we don't have that. He's like, but he keeps trying to order it, I think too.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll have the gabagool.
Like one episode that I watched, he was like doing a training session with Pam, and they were like at the other Dunder Mifflin offices, and he's like training them how to be, make the perfect sale and stuff like that. And he stereotypes everyone in the scene that's getting training. It was like he was like single reject, and then it was like
Single
old lady.
Is that Meredith?
No, this was like other
Okay.
people from other offices, and like, but then he was like man, woman, and then he was like black lady. He just, I'm like, you can't do that, Michael. He just did stuff like that. Like,
They call out in the show saying you can't do that.
no,
Oh,
you
okay.
just say that you can't do that. Like, I don't know. Like, well, you shouldn't do that to begin with. But
That's funny because I watched Bad Santa the other night.
That's a good movie.
I hadn't seen it in forever.
Yeah.
And there's like the elf guy.
Yep.
Who's like a little person in real life.
Yeah.
But John Ritter's character kept saying midget, like
Oh, yeah.
over and over again, and then then one guy's like, I
I
think
forgot John Ritter was in that.
that was his last movie.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I think they prefer little people. But it was just like that self recognition of like,
Oh yeah, or
PC. But
I
that was
think even dwarf
cool.
is more PC too. Like
Dwarf?
Yeah, I think that's pretty PC now.
Can I call them vertically challenged?
No, probably not. I would say no.
Well, even like, I was watching like ESPN, like First Take with Stephen A. Smith, and then this other guy was on, Kendrick Perkins, and they were having a debate about like some basketball team, and he's like, the Lakers are like a chief. But a chief needs a bunch of Indians to follow him. I'm like, you can't say that, dude. Like,
Well, you know what? Here's the
you
argument
can't
to
do
that.
that.
Until Sega changes their name,
yeah,
I think it's fair game.
yeah. But I mean, this is like in the States though too. Like, I don't know. You shouldn't be like if I just think if it was someone else, like if it was a white guy saying that, they'd probably get in a lot more trouble.
You think so? Probably.
Would you think? Well, I would think
probably.
so.
Well, I don't know.
I'm not-
It's
I
a
don't
weird. It's a weird thing.
That's just what I think. I'm not trying to. I don't really care. But I'm just like, man, like I thought there'd be like uproar about that.
Is there any like more word on the sports world of like the Chicago Blackhawks? Like, are they? Because that was like that's the one.
I think I read that the tribe, like the Blackhawk tribe, approved them doing that. I could be wrong.
Which is crazy because I remember that Idle No More thing
no, I
from
don't
like
remember
10 years ago. You don't remember that?
Oh, was that the when they first made a big?
Yeah, I'm gonna look up exactly what it is because I don't want to get it wrong. Because the girl I was with at the time made me go to one of the talks.
Okay.
Wouldn't you think that they wouldn't be the only team though? Like the Chiefs should probably change their name, Arrowhead Stadium.
That's what those guys in Disney World were talking about online. The guy who
Yeah.
thought we were in the Alps instead
Yeah.
of the Himalayas, which was
Yeah,
really, really
if they
funny.
the Redskins is probably the worst. Like because I don't think it's really offensive to have.
They're
a
not the
tribe
Redskins
name.
anymore.
No, I know, but that's why they changed it.
Yeah.
Because that's like a really bad one. But like.
Or like
I
the
don't think-
Eskimos got changed.
I don't think. I guess yeah. With the Blackhawks, like I just think it's a tribe name, and if they're okay with it,
This is remember when
I think there were also talks about them just changing their logo to an actual like hawk.
yeah, that might be more appropriate
Keep the name and
for
then
nowadays.
Yeah.
It's a very iconic logo, though. Well, I bet even the Redskins one was like it really was.
Yeah, it's just the whole I don't know more thing is just protesting against the government and their controversial like laws that are endangering indigenous land and ways and kind of infringing on treaties and stuff. That's kind of what that is. But remember when they stormed the mall in Midtown?
No,
It was like probably 2012.
I
I
would've
yeah.
known.
Weren't you working there at that time?
No, I think we
Never-
just closed up shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they all of a sudden they just stormed in, and then all this no one knew what was happening, so all the store they had to shut their doors. And
I don't remember any of it.
but anyway, so when I went to this talk, I don't know, I remember what the woman's name was, but she said she was in Chicago in the airport or something, and she took like a marker or stickers and started like just plastering them over the Blackhawks logo around because they were trying to get them to change that. But I mean, if the Blackhawk tribe is okay with it, like kind of like how the Seminoles actually, I think they give money to Florida State.
Oh yeah.
Like they like
You mean
have like
Florida
a
State gives them money. You mean
no, it's like the other way around. I think.
for a name?
No, it's like they have like a relationship. There's like
Okay.
there's some kind of relationship there, but the point is that they approve of the logo
Yeah.
and like the mentality and the ethos, I guess, surrounding the team. Like
But then why would they pay Florida State?
I don't know, but this is also secondhand from Bert Kreischer that I'm hearing this. So it could be wrong. So it could be wrong.
I'm guessing it should be the other way around.
Probably,
That would
but
make way more sense.
but either way, that there's like a mutual relationship where they're like, we're cool with you doing this.
Yeah.
Like, did they
I could be
change? Did they
wrong.
change the Indians, like Cleveland Indians?
Yeah, that's
yet?
getting changed to the Cleveland Guardians. That's what
Guardians?
they're
Oh,
changing
okay.
their name to Guardians.
They because when they changed the Edmonton name,
Yeah.
oh my god, they should have just kept it as Edmonton Football Club. That's
actually-
that's way cooler than the fucking Elks.
I think it's okay because you can still do the EE.
Yeah, but it's like it's kind of dumb. It's
I
dumb.
kind of like it.
It sounds like a bush league team. Sounds like a
I kind
farm
of like
team.
the name, but because you just go with the logo, you don't really. You can just go Edmonton. Just go.
But like you think they're
I
gonna?
find those generic, like those names are so boring. Like the Edmonton football team and Washington football team, like they're so boring. You need to have like a nickname.
What are they gonna change to Washington?
Well, I think they're gonna eventually change it. Yeah.
You think so? I like the Washington Football Club. I think that's cool.
It's not club. It's team.
It was a team?
Yeah.
Oh.
Club would be if it was like soccer.
Yeah, we can make a club though. It's sick.
No.
Whatever.
Dude, what's a like?
You know what? Don't fucking touch me like that.
So Christian, you just came back from vacation.
I slapped you.
Yep.
Back.
I did.
Yeah. How was Disneyland?
Disney
Disney
World.
World.
We went to
Disney World. Sorry. How's that? It's in this post-COVID kind
Well,
of.
you know what? Like, everyone more or less wears masks. People are fucking stupid. I was just talking about I have this one story. So we went to Expedition Everest.
Yep.
Right, and for people who don't know, it's a roller coaster that is based in the Himalayas, up in Nepal, India kind of border. So you're walking through the line, and it's like super immersive. It's like you're in like a Sherpa's kind of village, like a hut where you got a bunch of old kind of computers and just like old gear. And then when you go on the outside part while you're waiting in line, it's like a temple, like a Yeti temple, because that's like the villain of the ride, right? Is the Yeti. And we're walking through, and these guys behind me, and they were talking about how they're afraid that Arrowhead is going to change their name, like the Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, for the Chiefs. And then this guy is just like looking around, and he says, "Well, it's like we're in the Alps or something." And I'm like, and I just like, I do this, honestly. He's in front of me. I'm just like, I put my finger on my forehead. I'm like, this guy's a complete fucking moron. And then later on, he's just like, yeah, I think I was wearing my mask wrong for the past couple months. I thought the wire is supposed to support your chin. And it's just like, anyway, but besides that, no, it was really, really fun. It was a lot different than when we went.
Yeah.
My mom is a Disney fiend.
Okay.
And so she planned everything. There's this new app.
Yeah, because they got rid of the Fast Pass.
Yeah, so they have this app called, on the Disney app, it's called Genie Plus. Or Genie, then you can buy Genie Plus for $15 a day. And what it does, from my understanding of how it works, is you get to pick, at 7 in the morning, you get to pick a ride to get a fast pass for, but it's called Lightning Lane now.
Okay.
So say at 7 o'clock you wake up, there's a ride you want to go on, and it shows you the availability. So it says, but you can use this between 1 and 2 o'clock. You can go and do this ride for free, but there's rides where you have to pay for it. So Rise of the Resistance, that's a high volume ride because there's a lot of people want to go on it.
Yep.
So you pay $9 for it, extra. But that's the thing, you shake your head at it, but the lineup can get to 150 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pay $9 US to go and wait 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like that,
I guess.
because you paid for your flight down there, you're paying for accommodations. So
That's
like
not that
when
bad.
you want to wait in line for
there's a great sort of documentary on the whole Fast Pass system.
Oh really?
Yeah, by I think it's like Defunct Land. It's like an hour and 2 hours long, and he goes through like the history of it all and just like how it was a good system at first and how it sort of devolved and just got into this huge headache where the Fast Pass lines were eventually getting longer to.
Because
That makes sense to
volume
me.
is that volume of people maybe.
Yeah, and then he goes on about especially with all this new like Genie Plus stuff, how it creates like a tiered system for people who have money to pay for all of this.
Yeah, but if you're in Disney World, chances are you have money, unless you're those people who like drove down from Virginia or some shit.
Like for the Fast Pass, can't you just book your time and not pay like the
There's rides that you are free, but then there's rides that are not free.
Oh, okay.
Because
'Cause I
that's
think
how
I
they
did
get down
most
the
of
wait
them
times.
Free. Like I remember
no,
Indiana Jones when I went there was like just the it wasn't the ride,
show,
but it was
the show.
Yeah.
Like we just put our Fast Pass and we just went there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
because that's like a huge seating area.
Yeah.
Like,
When Christian and I went, we just popped in our admissions ticket into
Yeah.
the machine and it printed out.
Like a time for you, and then
Yeah.
that's what you, yeah. That's,
Yeah, and
that's
then-
what I remember like from Disney.
so now they got
wristbands
They
now.
got wristbands called Magic Bands, and it's kind of cool because we synced it to my dad's credit card because he has a credit card through the Bank of Georgia.
Yeah, and then you can just start tapping.
Tap. So like we were in Epcot and you're buying drinks, and you just tap it. And,
So, like, was Rise of the Resistance a good ride?
okay, here's my review. All right, so it was very much hyped up because it hadn't opened when we went there.
Nope.
It was still a couple months away.
Isn't there another ride besides Rise? of
Yeah, it's the
Resistance?
Smuggler's Run. The
Yeah,
the
Millennium Falcon.
That one too.
Yeah, we did it once. And so here, to give you some context. So at Disney, at I think 8 in the morning, the park is open exclusively to people staying on Disney property.
Yeah.
They
Right.
get an hour ahead, right?
Hour ahead, right? So the second day, that we were there, we went to Hollywood Studios because that's where Galaxy's Edge is. And before it even opened, there was the biggest crowd I've ever seen. And my mom was like, yeah, these are all people staying on Disney property. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Gates open, floodgates. Immediately, 10 minutes after opening, Rise of the Resistance is already over 60-minute wait. And the ride was down. And so eventually it got back up. We went on it. So pretty much you go in. I can't remember really what the line was like. It was pretty short, but you go into this courtyard where there's this ship. Mm-hmm. You go into it, and there's like a Mon Calamar guy who says that we're going to deliver you to the Resistance for this mission or whatever, and it's like an immersive kind of like thing. You're standing there. But the cool thing is they have live actors and the ride. So after you're in this thing, you get captured by the First Order, right? The door opens on the other side of where you came in from, and there's an actor in First Order gear that says, you're all being taken prisoner, follow us, single file or whatever, right? So you go in, you walk into into the next building, and right away you're in the bay of a Star Destroyer, like with like the you know what I mean?
Yep.
Where all the stormtroopers are lined up.
Yep.
And at first I was like, are those actual fucking real guys standing there? And then they weren't. But it was a really cool experience because you walk in and this is like, it's like almost like you're on set or you're actually in it, because for so long you watched it 2D on your TV, but all of a sudden now you're in it, right? And you realize that stormtroopers are like fucking 6 feet tall, and it's like, holy shit, like, you know? And I wish I would have stayed in that because a lot of people are taking pictures and stuff. But we got pushed into line, and then you get taken into what is like the hallway or corridor of a Star Destroyer, right? So you're completely immersed. And it's funny because we're single file, and then there's a line also to the right of us, and there was a guy wearing a vest that had the rebellion, like the resistance symbol. And this First Order guy just got in this guy's face. And he was like, do you know what that symbol means, what you're wearing? And it was just like, did you understand?
This guy just on the ride.
Yeah, this is just a guy, an actor who's like,
no, but the guy wearing the symbols.
It's just a guy in line. Yeah.
Okay.
It was just probably he bought it. You know,
from
the
the
thing.
gift shop. Yeah.
Yeah, and this guy he's like, you got a lot of nerve wearing that, you know, flashing that around and stuff. Anyway,
cool.
But it was crazy. There was this one woman who's probably about like 5 foot tall, wearing her first order thing. And the law, I guess not the law, but like the rule in Disney is that if you're inside anything, you have to wear a mask. Right? And there's this girl who wanted a picture in front of these like droids or whatever while we're in line single file, and she took her mask off, and right away this woman snapped around and started yelling at her. It was like, get that mask on, right? And she's like, I can't even have a picture. She's like, you're inside now, right? And just like, I don't know if that's actually who she is or if that's just the character she's playing, but like she was super serious, which was nice because no one follows the fucking rules.
No.
Yeah.
Like everyone wears their mask, like fucking their nose is hanging out, or they don't, you know.
It's all around the chin.
Yeah, it's like no wonder fucking COVID is decimating people because they don't follow the rules. But so and then they're saying you're going to be put into a detention center and you're going to be questioned, right? So you go single file into this room, and there's a screen you look up at, and it's got Domhnall Gleeson's character Hux, and then Kylo Ren talking to you and like talking to each other what they're going to do with you. Yeah. And they're like, we're going to come back for you later, right? And you're kind of in this semi-lit room, and all of a sudden the wall to your right, just all of a sudden this like light splits it in half and goes like, you know, like someone's cutting it, and all of a sudden just opens, and it's two more actors who are resistance saying, we're here, we're going to break you out, but this is what we have to do. We're going to disguise you. I mean, you're our prisoners already, but we're going to disguise our droid, and he's going to get you through where our ship is on the other side or something like that. And that's what the ride is, right? It's like this free moving cart that you're sitting in, and it's in an immersive environment. It swings around and stuff like that, and pretty much Kylo Ren catches on that, you know, that sounds an alarm and stormtroopers are coming after you. They're all like kind of on screen / animatronic. Like at one point you're going through and you're trying to decide which way to go. All of a sudden a lightsaber starts coming through the roof, like Kylo Ren starts like cutting around.
Cool.
And then there's a part where the cart rolls. They say, we need to get down to the second level, right? And there's like a giant screen of a space battle, but it looks like it's like right there, right? On the other side of the glass. And then you get rolled into an elevator, and right away I'm like, oh my god, this is like Tower of Terror, and it fucking kind of drops you a little bit, like it, right? Because you know how in the Tower of Terror ride, it's like you go up the elevator and it comes out? That's exactly what it is, but it could move faster and different, right? And then there's like, and then you go through this room, and then you got like the AT-ATs or whatever the first order equivalent is, right? That are like full scale.
Yep.
So you're like, holy shit, those are massive. And there's like people, stormtroopers shooting at you. And then you go up another level, and like there's like an animatronic of Finn that's like telling you to like keep going or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think you get into like an escape pod, and it's like shaking and shit, and there's like a planet, and then you land on it, and that's like the end of the ride, and then it comes out. But like it's like maybe the whole experience is like 15-20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty
from the
good
time
for a
you
ride.
get on for the first thing, and then you got to wait in line again, kind of.
That's a pretty good time, though.
But yeah, it was okay. I think I'd like to do it again, but it's just the wait time.
The
Like,
wait time.
I don't want to wait.
I think like from when you get into the cart to when you get off is about a 4-minute. I think that's what the
Yeah, it's like yeah, because the whole thing, it's very spread out. The first thing you get into is that ship where they catch you, and that's like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You walk down, wait in line some more.
Well, the Tower was like that too, though. It was pretty immersive. Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't like 15 minutes long, but it was pretty long.
Oh my, that ride.
Remember,
yeah.
like you go through like the whole like in the seats, like you're like going around. It's like welcome to the Twilight Zone and all that stuff, and then eventually you just do the drop after.
Yeah. That ride actually gives me a lot of anxiety the first time I go on it. Every time I go there, it gives me anxiety. Because the one we went on was a Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so other than that, I'm trying to think what else. I've never had a Disney experience like that before, because back when I was a kid, last time I went there was 10 years ago, and my mom would make hot dogs the night before and put them in foil and put them in a backpack with Rice Krispies, and that's our lunch.
Yeah. Now,
Right?
now that you're old enough.
Now that my mom had made reservations like months ahead of what, and you have to pick the time you're going to come eat, so you can.
Yeah. I think in that documentary, the guy's like, if you're staying at a place, if you're staying at a Disney facility, like on their land or whatever, you can start reserving things 60 days ahead.
Yeah, you have to. My mom tried to get a reservation at that Space 222. It's like a restaurant where you're supposed to be 220 miles above Earth.
Okay.
Or something like that. And it's like, and it spins, it rotates, but it right when they open it up for reservations, like the first day, it just.
A sweet one would have been the Pirates of the Caribbean one. That one's so
ride?
cool. Well, yeah, because
The
there's a restaurant inside the ride.
Oh, that's only in Disneyland.
Yeah.
Oh,
not,
that's only
not in
Disneyland.
Disney World.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the Pirates ride in Disney World is a bit different than.
It's
not
similar.
really. It's pretty much the
similar.
same. The one in like Shanghai is different. It's got Davy Jones.
'Cause I knew that they were like similar, but I saw the restaurant in Land. I didn't see it in World, but the World one was a long time ago.
Didn't we consider going to eat there? And then
Yeah,
we realized
and
that
then
a
we
steak
realized
was
it's
like
$50, and we're like, no.
It looked really cool though, because it's like a cool lighting and it's dark and.
There was some fucking good food. They were super good about allergies. So when my mom booked all of it, she puts an allergy notice on, but when you check in, they ask you who's the allergy and what are you allergic to, and they tell you. And actually, I don't think Disney really fucks with nuts very much.
No.
Yeah.
Like there's some things, but not much. Like we went to the last time we were there, we went to Beauty and the Beast. It's called Be Our Guest. And my mom requested we sit in the West Wing. Is that what the Beast's quarters is called? Or he tells Belle, don't go to the West.
Yeah, something the West Corridor or something.
The West Quarter or whatever. So it's like really dark, and there's like thunder and lightning, and it's got his ripped portrait. And every time every like 10 minutes there's like a bigger clash of thunder and more lightning, the portrait changes to the Beast and the Flash, and then when the Flash goes away, it turns back to what he looked like. But it's got the claw marks through him. But man. It's like French fine dining, and I think it was like $65 an entree.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was fucking insane.
Disney can gouge you on that, man.
Oh man, and like $10 beers, but it was like it was a really good experience. I went in the African pavilion. We went to supper at this place called the Tusker House, and it's a set menu.
Okay. Yeah.
So they just bring you like this whole like plate of different kind of like beef, chicken, shrimp, rice, and they had this like really good coriander chutney, and then they also got Tusker beer, which is made in Kenya. And it's like actually like one of my favorite lagers, actually.
Damn.
If I could get Tusker here, I'd drink it all the time because it's that good. And it was but yeah, it was just like a completely different experience. But my dad just sent me and my sister the bill for what we owe, and it's a little insane. But it was definitely worth it, and my parents want to go back again in September.
That quick?
Oh, they go they would go every year if they could.
Okay.
My mom wants to live in Disney.
My mom loves Disney that
My
much.
mom loves Disney. It's actually fucking insane.
That's
And we went to a Christmas party So you pay $160 extra, and the park closes at 9 usually at Magic Kingdom. But after that is a Christmas party.
Okay, so it's like when we did the haunted house stuff.
Yeah, kind
of.
So this is, you get free ice cream, like free popcorn and Mickey ear, like not what's like the dilly bar things.
Yeah,
It's like Mickey shaped dilly bars, free pop, and there's like parades, and you get to go ride. Like we rode Space Mountain like 2 or 3 times in a row.
Damn.
But during the day it's gonna be like a 60+ minute wait.
Yep.
And there's like no one, like it's not like there's no one there, but they had this fireworks show because this year is the 50 years, right? 50-year celebration, and I've never seen fireworks like that in my life.
They just went full balls.
Well, yeah, but also they synced it to music from all the different kind of Disney movies. Exclusively like Disney. They didn't include like Marvel or Star Wars or any of those like properties, but just like the
Disney
like the
animated,
Moana
yeah, the animated stuff.
and Frozen and stuff. But it was like a really good mashup, and they had like a hologram projected onto the castle for it to do like different things, and it was it was really cool. It was really fun, and we actually stayed on Disney property this time. That's the first time since I was like 3 that I stayed on Disney property. So we stayed at the Wilderness Lodge.
Okay.
In the Boulder Ridge Villas. Honestly, for $800 a night, I don't think my parents paid it. They bought it through some broker, so they got cheaper than that. But not worth $800 a night. I slept on the shittiest fucking hide-a-bed that I've ever slept on in my life. And like when you're walking 30,000 steps a day and you got to go back and sleep on the worst hide-a-bed,
Yeah.
it was a little rough in that regard. But other than that, it was cool.
That's awesome.
I think a boys' trip to Disney would be so fucking fun. I know you don't like it. You don't like rides. I know that.
No, I like rides, but like
This
I don't
motherfucker
know, like,
walked through Disneyland and didn't go on any rides.
well, yeah, because I've been on all of them before.
Yeah, but like you're there, you know?
Yeah,
Go
but
on
I'm not
some
waiting.
rides.
But this is the thing. We just paid for like the admission, and then I'm not gonna wait like for 4 hours or 3
not
hours.
4 hours.
We went on a couple. Like we did go on to the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. And
Okay.
We went on another one, but it's like I'm not gonna wait for Rise of the Resistance. Like you can even go into you could create your own lightsaber. Like you would have had to book it like 3 days.
Yeah,
in
see, this is the thing
advance.
about Disney. So like a lot of people, you can't just show up.
No,
And
you need to plan ahead of time.
Disneyland
Yeah.
you can because it's very small.
Yeah.
You can just do whatever you want, but Disney World you have to plan out every day.
Yeah, well, land I couldn't do that. Like I couldn't
Unless
make my
someone
own-
planned it
yeah.
out. What if one of us planned it out and you just came along?
Well, yeah, that's fine. But like I don't know. Like I'd rather like and plus I don't know. Like
He's not. The feeling I get from Matt is that he's more about the activities and less about the rides.
So you'd love Epcot.
Epcot's kind of cool, yeah. I like
Epcot would be
Epcot a
sick.
lot. But I don't know, like I liked just going to see shit. Like,
Yeah,
like,
he likes the activities rather than.
yeah, like I liked going to Doc's Arndar and just checking out like the whole
Okay.
Star Wars thing. You're like, wow, that's fucking sweet. And then like I've done the rides, I've done them all. That so I was like, I didn't need to do them again. Like I didn't really care.
I
But
will say
I like
that
Disney
there's-
World better than Disneyland.
There's
too.
a difference of like just going to experience the rides.
Well,
and
the
then
nice thing
going
about
with-
World is I didn't have to fucking like I was where I had to like we have to drive back
Oh, that
for
sucks,
4
too.
hours to get
Yeah.
back into where we
That
were.
sucks,
right?
yeah.
Because it takes forever to get back.
Yeah.
So like we're driving to Anaheim from Palm Springs.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's not
from
even,
Palm Springs.
It's like it's not even that far, like mileage
traffic.
wise, but the traffic's so fucking bad.
So would you have more fun if you stayed on Disney property and that's
no, like
and,
because Florida's fine. You don't need to stay on Disney property. For
but
that.
you don't have to, but
No.
it's more fun and it's more convenient.
I'd rather
than
just
having to drive.
rent a house in Florida and then
Kissimmee?
just go there.
Yeah,
Because
then
you know
have
what?
to rent a car and then you have to drive and it's
I know,
a fucking
but
pain in the ass.
I know, but it's so easy there. There's like so many lanes. It's not crazy like in California where everything's backed up.
Yeah, I know.
And plus, like the other thing is like you can just drive to Orlando and go to like a Magic.
You
game.
can always rent a car because we had to do
Yeah.
get our PCR test, which we didn't have to pay for, which was nice.
That's way more fun than like, and then you're not limited to being stuck on the property.
No, you're
and
not.
doing
But
stuff.
that's well, I mean, like, there's nothing else to do in Orlando except like if you really want to go to Universal and Busch Gardens.
no, yeah, sure, but you can go like check out like other things. Like
We went to like the strip mall.
yeah, the strip mall's super nice in Orlando.
Yeah,
like, it's
that's where I
super
got. That's where I got this.
Yeah.
I got this at the Disney outlet
Ah.
for like. I tell you, it was
Yeah,
like
like this-
$50.
The strip mall's really dope. Like I've been there; it's awesome. That was like my favorite day in Orlando. Like when I went there, because
Yeah.
it was just so. Because that's the other thing; it's so taxing. Like doing only just Disney shit. Because you're like, fuck, like I want to break from the theme park. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, there's lots of like things you do. Like I really on this trip, I learned how to get around. Like first of all, since Wilderness Lodge was on the Bay Lake, you take there's a ferry that goes like every 10 minutes to Magic Kingdom, right? And then so But if you want to go to Animal Kingdom, there's a bus stop right in front that takes you directly, where it takes you to Disney Spring or Epcot or wherever you want to go. But there's other places where you get off at Magic Kingdom, but there's a monorail that takes you straight. Like it's so, and now they introduced the gondola.
Okay.
So, like, I'd honestly, like, if I had to pick between, like, that or something else, I'd pick probably something else. Because I'd rather go to, like, Las Vegas.
It's a different... Okay, Disney is a different trip.
Yeah.
It's a different trip than... Because, like, it wasn't relaxing for me.
No.
Like, I'm still actually really tired
That's
from
what
it.
I'm saying.
but-
It's
Well,
just
especially with something like Disney World, where your mom had to plan all this stuff ahead of time.
Oh, yeah.
And then you look at our trip when we went to Disneyland, we just kind of showed up and did whatever the fuck we wanted.
Because it's just Magic Kingdom,
Yeah,
and
it
then
was just
and then
on the fly.
California Adventure. And
Also, like, I don't know, like, I guess, like, Florida is way better than California. Like, I just fucking can't stand California.
you just don't like the traffic.
Yeah, it's so bad, dude. It just ruins your vibe when you're going every day somewhere, and it's, like, like 6 hours of driving, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, so that's like a weird Disney. Like, I wouldn't want to take my kids to Disneyland because that's just like,
I had way
wasted
more fun
effort.
at Universal Studios, too. Anyway.
Universal Studios would be fun. That's
Universal's great.
See,
I
that's
have no
the
problem
cool
with
thing about
Universal.
Disney. So say if you're staying at some whatever resort, right? And you're like, okay, well, let's do. Say if you're at Disney for 10 days, and 2 of those days you want to do Universal.
Yeah.
You can. There's a car rental thing on Disney property. You phone them. You rent a car. It's fucking cheap as shit. They come and pick you up.
Hopefully you do, because you're paying fucking $800 a night. You better fucking get that.
Yeah,
It's
well, they
ridiculous,
come and
man.
pick you
That's
up.
already ludicrous that you're paying $800 a
Well,
night.
my parents didn't pay $800, so they're DVC, like Disney Vacation Club. That's what that's called, Disney Vacation Club members. So like you get stuff cheaper, I guess. I don't know.
Sure, that's still ridiculous.
It's
though.
insane, $800 a night. But like,
fucking ridiculous.
so you go get the car and then you can just drive to
No
Universal.
wonder you have to, like, save up for years to fucking, like, go do that.
Even my
kind of
mom
shit.
was saying that. She was looking around. She's like, I don't know how a lot of these people afford to come here. And I'm
No,
like,
you
I'm like,
have
there are
to
probably a lot of
save,
local
like-
people too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's a blast. Like, don't get me wrong.
There's like a whole like subset, like genre of YouTube videos dedicated to maximizing your time on Disney.
My mom is religious about that shit.
Like, I'd rather a funner trip for me, just because I'm older now, too, would be, like, legitimately going to, like, Seattle or San Francisco.
Yeah, again, those are
And then-
different trips.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's, like, my ideal trip now. Like, and then, like, you could go hit the Mariners game, and after the Mariners game, there's a Seahawks game, and if you're lucky enough that the Kraken are playing, you can hit all three.
You know what,
That's just
Christian?
something.
You and me will go back to Disneyland and we'll meet them up somewhere else.
Well, because
Oh my
San
God.
Francisco would be dope, too. You could go to Niners, and you go to the Giants. Like, those would be sweet.
Yeah, San Francisco's okay. I wasn't a big fan.
Well, there's so many homeless people there now.
Well, that's not why, but it's just like
No, but it's an issue.
it's a
like-
problem. Like
Yeah, same with LA. There's a lot of homeless people in LA.
yeah, I
Like,
don't know.
it's LA's like a freaking dump.
It is. It sucks. That's why everyone's
brutal.
leaving, and it's so expensive.
Yeah, it's so expensive, and like it's a dump now. Like, especially when I went, I'm like, man, like the Walk of Fame. I'm like, dude, like who the fuck cares? About, like, there's so many homeless, and you feel bad. Like, there's so many homeless people.
Yeah,
they're all chilling around there. Like,
yeah. It's like Chris Pratt was homeless on Maui for a while.
yeah,
He was living on, like, a
lived
beach in his
didn't he
car.
live in his van or
Something like that. Yeah.
But like, yeah, like obviously too, like I'd be down for it. I think it'd be better, like especially with a family, like when you have your own kids, like that'd be a blast.
I don't know, man. When you have kids, like, oh god, you gotta plan that shit out even more because they get
Sure,
tired.
but then you see the reaction to stuff. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, everyone
cool.
thinks like it'd be cool to see the reaction if you bring them like super young, but then I just imagine like they're gonna get tired and you're gonna be the one carrying.
Yeah,
them.
see,
I
that's, you gotta
honestly
take them
think
back for
I
naps.
think you want to go when they're a little older.
See, my mom was talking about that. She said you have to plan it properly because if you go to Disney with young kids and you just drag them around, they're gonna get tired. Then they're gonna hate everything.
You probably want them to be like 7 or like 9.
Yeah, but that's why staying on Disney property helps because you can go back
that's-
for a nap. Like for
Yeah.
example, like what we did, we got to Magic Kingdom at like 8 in the morning or whatever it was, 8 or 9. Did it for half a day. I think we went back to our place for like an hour,
Yeah.
just to recuperate.
just to recuperate, and then we went to Animal Kingdom after.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that would make sense for me. Like, I would save up for that if I was, you'd have like 10 years you could save up and then you bring them there.
Yeah.
At that,
Like,
at that
okay.
point, you might as well split up your theme park trips into multiple days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you get the park hopper pass.
I do like
so-
this about Disney World. every day seems like a different day because there's so many different places. It's not like Disneyland where it's all in one location.
Yeah,
that's the nice part. Like you're going to Epcot for the day. It's like completely different from going to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, because I think what
all that stuff.
we did.
We had a 3-day pass, but we only used 2 of days.
Yeah, because we got everything done in 2
Yeah,
days.
Did you
like,
guys
we
do
don't
the
need to go
both sides, like the California Adventure?
One day we did Magic Kingdom, then the next day we came back and did the California Adventure, and then the third day.
How bad was California Adventure at the time? Was it good?
It was good. It was,
was
fine.
fine.
You just need your passport to get a beer.
Oh,
Didn't need a passport now.
It was pretty brutal, hey, like when it first launched.
I assume
know.
if you're paying everything through, like, it's RFID, right?
They asked for ID still.
Oh, they do?
But I
that's
just give them
what
my driver's license.
Because that Disney documentary, it kind of flopped at first because like they thought they would get more out of California Adventure, and it was not doing well.
They put the Avengers campus there now.
No, I know that's completely different now. It makes way more sense. And like we were like, why the fuck isn't there adventure shit? And then we realized that it was on California Adventure side, but they still were building the rides, but it's like fuck. So
Yeah, no.
because that just opened like a couple months ago. The stuff like the Avengers campus.
Yeah, it's kind of bummed that there wasn't one in Disney World.
That's
There was like next to no
always-
Marvel anything.
They always do that too. They always make California stuff first because obviously
That's where the head office is.
yeah,
so.
it's all established there. I get it.
It's a smaller park, and they can test things a lot better.
Yeah, but it's like so big. Like you have so much fucking area in Florida. Like it's massive. Like the amount of land you have. Like
Oh, it's crazy. I saw in Epcot they're building the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster.
Yeah.
That one's going to be the biggest indoor roller coaster in the world.
Nice.
And it's in this massive building off Epcot.
isn't that crazy that Guardians of the Galaxy has a giant ride like that? Like who would have thought?
I know. It's like just a good movie. But so in Epcot when we went there, I looked beforehand at the Canadian Pavilion, and they put a cider bar in there. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And then I saw the set menu, and I saw Collective Arts cider out of Toronto was in there. So I'm like, okay. So I went there. I'm like, oh, hey, can I get a Collective Arts? And they're like, oh, we don't have any right now. It's out. I'm like, okay. So then there was a cider from Blake's Hard Cider. I think they're out of like Michigan or something. And then another one out of St. Petersburg, Florida. And one was a Macintosh one by Blake's. Another one was a pumpkin one. So Madeline got the pumpkin. I got the Macintosh. We leave. We sit down. She takes a sip of it and goes, this tastes like vomit. And I'm like, what? And then so I take a sip of it. It was probably the worst cider I've had in my life. And I was mad. Because I was like, I just paid like $9 US for this drink. And it sucks. And I'm like, out of all, this is a Canadian cider bar, but there's only one Canadian cider on it, and they don't even have it.
Yeah.
And they just put
It's
this
just
other
a big
shit on tap.
disappointment, especially with like your history with cider. It's like
Oh, I was mad. I was like, and then I was like, oh, I wonder how would you get like Flatlander into Disney? Like that'd be sick.
Fuck, that'd be a huge account.
That'd be. I mean, like you'd have to send kegs down,
The
which would
cost
be.
would be incredible, though.
Well, you know what? I was talking to our guy, Liam at work about it, and I was like, hey, like even if we sold it for cheaper, like if we took a little bit of a hit, you're in fucking Disney World. Like that's sick. And if you don't want to do it anymore after a while, then you just say you don't send any more down there. But I did have a really good ginger cider at the Moroccan Pavilion, which is strange that was there.
Okay.
But that was pretty good too. And everyone, all the parks use Angry Orchard.
Of course, yeah.
Angry
like,
Orchard's pretty good.
No, I don't like it.
Well, for a big name brand.
It's actually considered a craft still, which is
Really?
insane.
Oh, I find it like a big. It's like
It's owned by Samuel Adams.
It feels
Yeah.
like Summersby to me too. Like it's big.
It's
great
not. That's not
brand.
good. But I was mad. I was just like, this fucking sucks.
Hey, but man, they're better than Strongbow because Strongbow sucks.
Yeah, Strongbow's not very good. But
hate Strongbow.
Epcot would be. I was trying to get Madeline to like drink with me, but she just like wouldn't. She had like 2 drinks, and that was about it.
Yeah, if we like when we were at Disneyland or whatever, if we could have gotten our hands on alcohol easier, then
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if they just do that, if they've changed the rules now. But I showed my Saskatchewan driver's license, and they didn't say anything. So
The cost on those like resorts though and stuff is just through the roof compared to just going to a local pub or something. It's like
yeah. Well, I mean, we went to
Yeah.
downtown Disney to grab beers after.
beers and food. Yeah.
it's just like this like in Vegas when we went to the Golden Knights game. Like you can get a tall boy like for $4 like anywhere.
Golden Knights?
Yeah.
I thought it was way more expensive than that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like anywhere in Vegas before, you could get a tall boy for $4, and then you go to the Golden Knights game, it's $20 for one tall boy.
That can't be real.
It's legit.
You
Are
should
they
see.
just trying to recuperate on the cost of like?
You should see like the photos of the Seattle Stadium, Climbing Pledge Arena. Some of the stuff there is
it's
just
so sick.
Like for the Kraken?
yeah,
The Kraken.
Is that like is
Stadium's
that to recuperate on a cost of opening a new franchise?
probably yeah.
Probably.
But,
But you know what? It's not out of whack with any other stadium. Like stadium beers are like $15 at least.
I hate that. That's so
So
stupid.
like the conversion though is like I'm paying like $30 for a beer. But then the other problem is that you're so dehydrated and you're so like hungover that the only thing that makes you feel better is beer. So then you drink it.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of a water champ.
When you're in Vegas though, dude, you just keep going. Like I don't know what it is. It's just like that's the only way you just.
You bring a water bottle with you, like the one you bring to the gym, and you just slam 2 of those in the morning. And
You just I would do that, but the water bottle was $8.
No, you bring your own.
Beer. That's
You
the
bring your
funny
own.
part. No, you can't.
No,
Like,
I'm talking about at the plate at your hotel.
oh yeah.
As soon as you wake up in the morning, drink some fucking water.
No, I do that, but then you keep going after. You
I think we should just go to Vegas. Why not? Fuck it. You
I love.
don't have to pay for a PCR test coming back.
I do love Las Vegas. It's fun. It's a great.
I would like to go back. I
'Cause
haven't
you know
gone
what?
back since I was
You just
21.
walk everywhere. You just have a beer and you're walking wherever the fuck you want to go, and it's awesome. That's why I like it so much.
And it's like easy to get to. I think they have direct flights back sometimes to
Yeah.
Saskatoon.
It is direct flight there
Both?
and back. Yeah,
I guess you have to pick the certain days that you go, but
yeah. It's on. I think it's on a Wednesday. So you have
Wednesday
if
to
you fly
what?
out on a Wednesday. Well, then you can come back Sunday, Wednesday to Sunday.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
direct flight.
because I had to go through Winnipeg, go in there when I went. And
Yeah,
then
because I flew
was
out
direct home.
Wednesday and it was direct flight there and back, including our hotels is only like $800.
that's so cheap. I think we should go.
Yeah. Well, that's all. That's why I like it. And then like especially if you've been there before,
Yeah.
you get a discount because they remember your name, right, for your information.
Yeah. Yeah, let's plan a boys trip.
I want to go to. I'd like to go to Vegas. 'Cause just so like I like at my age, what am I 29 now?
Yeah.
I like to just like drink some beers, steadily at a steady pace.
Yeah.
I don't like slamming beers in a hotel room anymore. Not
Just-
that. Drink some steady beers. Go eat some food.
Gamble. a bit.
Hang up. No, I don't gamble. I don't
Well,
like
you,
gambling.
but you don't. You do like the $1 or like the $2 buy-ins, like at like for
That you
blackjack.
you play penny slots.
Yeah.
I get too
I'm-
nervous. Last time I went there, I
Oh.
couldn't add up right, and so the
You know what? Though?
woman
You
was
know what
adding
you do?
for me.
You need a table. If you go, who'd you go with?
Cody and
Yeah, do
Cody
they
and
know?
Jordan.
Do they gamble a lot or no?
No.
Yeah. So you if you go like if you have a table of your buddies, it's way easier. Because if you don't know how to play
It was
the game,
literally just them watching me, and it was
Yeah.
by myself.
no,
at a
yeah,
table.
yeah, no,
you
that's
need
horrible.
a table. Like you need.
No,
to have
there
a-
was no one else at the table.
No, I'm saying that. That's what I'm saying. Though.
So,
You
like,
wanna
when,
have
when
a
you
table.
when you do it,
Yeah.
like what we'll do is we'll sit 3 or 4 people at a
Yeah.
table and we'll all play
It's all
against
to
the
fuck
house.
the dealer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all to fuck the dealer.
Because
the dealer was adding for me at the time because I was so nervous. I was this 21-year-old
Yeah,
kid.
no, yeah.
the guy sitting there is like
It was a woman.
the woman
Yeah.
sitting there like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
No,
Like
I
that-
think she didn't seem surprised.
The house doesn't like the person dealing does not care, but like that's the whole goal is for all of you to fuck the house
Yeah.
over. So, and when you have like that's why I was really having a blast because like Stefan's older brother, well, he's quite experienced in doing it.
Yeah.
So then he showed us how to properly play it, and like you win $50, then you're like sweet, I'm up $50. Like
Yeah.
you can't go ridiculous.
If we win, I want to go during the NFL season though.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You go to a Golden Knights game and you go to a
I want
Raiders
to
game.
go to a Raiders game.
So you do a Saturday night Golden Knights game, and you do a Sunday Raiders.
And then if you're coming back,
You're
if
not
your
coming back
flights-
Sunday, dude.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So
And you know what? You tailgate at the Raiders game.
how?
You just go
Well,
to the
you just go to the parking lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then there's
You
this,
just walk around. There's dudes just barbecuing,
Oh,
handing
yeah.
out beers and
I-
shit like that.
I tailgated at a game in Nebraska in
Yeah.
Lincoln, and because the people who set us up have season tickets in a box,
Yeah.
when you have season tickets in a box, you had a dedicated spot in the
spot.
parking lot that's yours.
you know what?
And they
even
had a
more
caterer
deadly?
come in. They had all their family there and TVs, and I was like, "This is fucked. This is insane."
Another really dope place besides Vegas would be going to Arizona, because Arizona you can
Direct
go,
flights too.
You can go to the University of Arizona, like
Sun
like,
Devils or
yeah,
whatever?
the Sun Devils. You go to get that game.
Is that
Then
Arizona
you
State?
Yeah, there's 2. You can go to Arizona State. I think that's
Yeah.
the one. And then you go to the Cardinals game the next day.
and then
that'd be-
you'll be given free Coyote tickets.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to.
Because
do
they're
that.
so
You get
cheap.
you get free coyote
They wouldn't be
tickets?
free, but they'd be like honestly,
They'd be
like
very
free.
cheap.
They'd
They'd
be
be
like
given-
$10.
Really?
They'd be given
Oh
away.
yeah.
How's that
fr-
franchise still alive then?
The NHL.
Yeah, the NHL is keeping it.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised they haven't moved
But like
them.
you could hit all 3 and it'd be fucking deadly. Because you go to the Sun Devils game in the morning, and then by the evening you go to the NHL game, and then
Holy
you do,
shit, that's a lot of fucking sports, man.
But you'd have a blast.
I know it'd be fun.
Yeah,
I'd be
and
down
then
for
the college
it.
game would be even crazier than the NFL game.
I really want to go to Nashville.
Oh, Nashville would be
I
sweet.
wanna go to
Actually,
Nashville.
I'm down for Nashville because that's like the other version of Vegas. They got a huge strip there.
Like
and-
the strip, the music, the diversity of music, but also the fucking barbecue.
Well, actually,
Barbecue and
I'd
a
be
beer.
down for that because then you could still go see like something Tennessee, like University of Tennessee, and then you could also do
Titans out of
Titans.
Nashville?
Yeah, Titans.
I wouldn't want to go to a Sabres game though. Or like what's
Predators?
the Predators? That's what it is.
Oh, they have a sweet stadium, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Like they have a hardcore fan base, so it'd be sweet.
Because the thing is, like, I don't know, like, because all these trips are going to be, like, I can picture them being about 1,500 to 2,000 in that range,
Yeah.
right? You'd pay the same amount of money if you went to, like, Toronto. That's why when people, like, because I remember Cody be like, oh, we should go to Toronto for, like, a game. It's like, if we're going to spend that amount of money, I don't want to go to Toronto.
Toronto's just like fucking like all those big cities. It does suck. Like there's nothing in Toronto. It's all the suburbs anyway.
Unless you're going there for something, like, specific that you want to see.
The only thing that could help is that I actually have connections and we could honestly have a free place to stay.
Your cousin or something?
Yeah, like I have 3 cousins that live there, and I also have like an aunt and
there you
uncle.
go. Yeah, but would you want that? Would you really want to bring your grown friends to your fucking aunt and uncle's house?
They wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't go to my aunt and uncle. Just
Or like
try
your-
to go to my cousins.
I know. But
Hey, it's
if we get rowdy, though.
if you get rowdy, just go rent a fucking.
Are they going to say go outside?
Yeah, we just go outside. And we just hang out. But, yeah, I'd rather go to Vancouver or something instead. Like that.
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
rather
then
be in BC
Toronto,
than
yeah.
Toronto, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Kelowna would be deadly.
No, Kelowna fucking sucks, man.
I love Kelowna.
Kelowna's like Saskatoon in the mountains.
I know, that's why I
drier.
love it. It's in the mountains, dude.
Ugh, there's nothing that
The
great
lakes
about
there,
it.
and you just chill.
But no, I think Nashville and Vegas would be 2 kind of cool things. I think
go to
Nashville would be more
Seattle.
low key, but
But that's just because there's so much to see there. That's why. I want to go to Pike Place and all that stuff. Like that's.
so you're gonna go to a couple games and get a coffee,
Starbucks.
eat some fish, throw some fish,
Yeah.
throw some fish.
That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Matt
there's-
drops the fish, has
there's
to pay
actually-
it. Whole
Matt,
fish.
Matt gets slapped in the side of the head with a fish.
I think that isn't the National Rock Museum there.
The what?
I think the Rock Museum is there in Seattle.
Is
Or
it?
some punk rock thing. Yeah, because what's his Kurt Cobain? Sorry, my flashlight turned on. What's his band there?
Nirvana.
Yeah, Nirvana. Like they're inducted to that Hall of Fame or something like that.
What else do you want to do in Seattle besides the games and Pike Place and this?
I do want to go to the Space Needle because I think that looks really cool.
Is it cool?
Yeah. I wasn't gonna pay to go up to the top though.
There's also like a glass museum or something where they make a lot of art out of glass.
Yeah.
That place looked really cool.
Okay.
And then there's like isn't there like a troll under the bridge? Like they have this huge bridge with like this like huge like troll they made, and it's like a troll under the bridge.
Yeah. It's an art piece.
Yeah,
That's cool.
And then they got I did so much research. That's why there's like old school like by the harbor there. There's all those old school
There's Old Seattle that you can go
like
to.
old Seattle, yeah, and all that stuff looked really cool. It's all kept together pretty well.
Yeah. Germantown is fun.
Also, because there's Microsoft campus, and I would love to go there. Did you ever go there?
Microsoft. No, we went to the Amazon one.
Oh, the Amazon. Yeah, Amazon's sweet. Their office is insane.
Yeah.
It's like a huge dome.
That's
Or is it the headquarters?
That's not that's just like an art installment.
Oh, okay. I was like, that was insane. Like that looked cool.
Yeah, that's an art installment.
And then they have an Amazon store where you just go in there, and then anything you just walk in, grab whatever you want, and it connects to your phone, and then you just walk out and it charges your credit card.
Yep.
Huh. Oh yeah, I've heard of that before.
Yeah. I think that's the only store that they have.
That's pretty cool.
It's a test thing. Yeah, you walk in, you scan you tap your phone to the turnstile to let you in, so it triggers it knows what account to charge it to, and then there's just like hundreds of cameras just on the ceilings tracking everything.
So if you walk in, it scans you, but what if you don't bring anything out?
Then
does
if you
it
put it back, it takes it out of your
does it?
cart.
Yeah, so like when you scan it, essentially it opens up like a basket on your
creates
account,
it for you.
and then you walk around, you can grab stuff. The cameras are watching you, so
Yeah.
it'll know when you grab whatever you want off the shelf. It'll add it straight to your cart. If you put it back, you'll deduct it from your cart, and then at the end, you just walk on out, and whatever's in your cart gets charged to your account.
Yeah.
Sounds like there'd be a lot of bugs in there.
That's why it's a small. It's like the size of
Small.
a 7-Eleven.
The reason I like the city is not because of the Seahawks, because I played this game called Infamous Second Son, and it's like based in Seattle, and like all the stuff there, and I really liked how cool it looked and all that, and then I like.
You just need to go, man. You talk about going, you just gotta go.
Well, I think we're gonna go. I gotta go with Ashley for sure.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna go Ashley next year. But like I'm excited. Well, we had.
Thought you were going to
we
London
had
next year.
tickets. No, that's in 2023.
Oh, 2020.
But yeah, no, we had tickets to Seattle, but then COVID hit. Like we
Right.
had it all planned out.
Like plane tickets.
Yeah, we had we
Wow.
already bought plane tickets and everything. Except when COVID hit, you couldn't travel to the States. So
I'm going to Seattle for Christmas.
This year?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And dude, the arena for the Kraken, it's like underground.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like it's all underground. So actually, at like level, you can have people outside watching through a window, watching the game.
That's pretty cool.
It's fucking sick, dude.
When are you leaving?
The 19th.
Till when?
After
New Year's, probably.
Nope. I got to come back for the 30th.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad.
And it's like the whole reason they did it, like the underground thing, is for create more sound, fan noise. So it's like a super loud building. Yeah,
That'd
it's
be
pretty
pretty
cool.
No, Seattle would be fun. I mean, any city.
As long as you're with the guys,
I'd go
it's
to
going to
New
be
York,
fun.
dude. I'd go to New York too. Like, don't get me wrong, New York would be sweet.
I'd go to Crake with my boys.
What the fuck is that?
It's a little bit south of here.
Oh,
They just got potable water, so it'd be a good
I'd
time.
go to Craig. Okay,
Fuck
sure.
is that?
You know, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because I find like Europe and all that's cool, and I've done some of that, and I've done like New Zealand. I'd go back to New Zealand.
Those are different scale trips.
Yeah,
Those are different
But
scale.
I would go back to New Zealand because I think New Zealand, there's so much you could do there. It's awesome. But I'd rather go see the neighbors down south than go anywhere else, because I think there's so
There's
much.
a lot
you
more
can,
to do.
Yeah, there's so much you can do down there.
And it's quick to get home.
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
quick.
So that's why I find it interesting. Like, I'd rather go see those places. Because there's other friends of ours that they like to go, long destinations. And that's fine, like, doing those trips too. But,
Like, I'm going to CiderCon this year in February.
yeah,
And it's in Richmond, Virginia.
that's awesome.
And it's like, I was looking at shit to do, and there's like not that much. And I'm like, oh man, like, this is gonna be
In
interesting.
Virginia,
You know what?
not. Yeah.
Colorado would be sweet, like going to Denver. Like,
Yeah, that'd be
there's
cool.
some cool shit there too. So, we're the Rockies.
Thought the Rockies would be a lot rockier than this.
Yeah. Yes.
No, I was like, looking up, I was like, no, like, there's just nothing. We got an Airbnb and or like a Vrbo.
Yeah.
I booked everything, and then after I'd booked it, I'm like, shit, I didn't even check if it was in a good neighborhood or not. So I looked up like top 10 most dangerous neighborhoods in Richmond, and like I think it like borders one of those, but I tried to pick something close to downtown because I didn't want to pay. Because Giovanni's coming with us, so
Okay.
it's 3 of us, and it'd be about $2,000 each just for our hotel rooms between the 3 of us. Not to mention our flights, our food, our registration.
You think with all like the hospitality being down for like a year and a bit, that
That's
would
with the
change?
CiderCon rate.
That's insane.
So
Yeah.
I was like, for
was
16,
this like a 4-star or 5-star hotel?
it's a
then?
Marriott.
Oh yeah.
So for 1,600 total, I got us a house
Yeah.
for all 3 of us. So
That's way better.
because last time it's expensive. So but I'll let you guys know what Richmond's like.
I think it'd be cool. Just check
Richmond?
It out. Like Montana's another place I'd like to go to.
Well, it's right below us. Just
I
go.
know.
Just
I
go.
know.
the border.
I
The borders
know,
are open.
I
Drive
know,
down.
6
I
hours,
know,
man, you'll be
I
there.
know. But I want to go there. I've been to North and South Dakota though.
What's that like?
Really cool because that's where Mount Rushmore is right by there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool. I went there when I was like 5. We went to the Black Hills, like where
Oh yeah.
Sitting Bull and like Custer's Last Stand and all that.
You see,
So
they
that
found
was really cool.
they found Sitting Bull's like great grandson or some shit
Oh
through
really?
DNA test. They had one of his hairs,
Holy shit!
and they found it's crazy. If you look it up, he looks exactly like him.
Really?
Yeah.
My great grandfather was like 4 years old, and like they lived in North Dakota when like all that was going on.
Oh really?
And they went to the general store where they were showing his body, Sitting Bull's body, and he saw him like his
That's
body.
fucked.
Yeah.
Your great grandfather was American.
So what happened is they were in Russia, and then they moved to America, and then from America they found that there was like opportunity in Canada, and they went to Rostron.
That's exactly what happened with my great grandmother. She was born in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I think from Germany though, or her
Yeah.
parents were from Germany, and then
Well,
found
'cause-
out there's opportunity and went up to Fulda or to Humboldt area.
because they were in Russia, but they were German, and the Russian
yeah.
didn't treat the Germans properly, like the Russian, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
they had
yeah.
German background, but the Russian. So like I got Russian in me because he was born in Russia and stuff.
Yeah.
But
It's crazy how it's like the same migration.
yeah. So
Pattern.
but then my mom's side has been here since like the 1500s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, me
like,
too.
Yeah, super long. Like yeah. And I think some of them went to Louisiana because it was really popular for like the French to go there.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
and
Get
stuff
kicked
like
out
that.
by the British,
Yep.
the Acadians.
Yeah. And then a lot of them were in Quebec, and then they just moved over to like
Bro, I should-
Saskatchewan.
I should fucking show you that ancestry. I don't know if I ever showed you that because it shows you what ethnic groups they've tied you to
Oh.
and
Is this
migration
through your
pattern.
blood, Sam? blood sample? Or?
It's a
no,
swab.
Swab.
No, it's I just put my spit
Oh, saliva. Right.
in a thing. Here, let's see if it pulls. Yeah, so that's
Isn't
my.
that incredible? We can get a.
I'm not gonna show the camera, but it shows like your ethnicity estimate. So only 35% Indian.
Well, you got English in you, eh?
Yeah, lots actually. Ireland, Scotland, Wales, like
Cool.
France, and then it shows
So does it give
communities.
you an explanation of like what from Scotland you have in
It's just like it tells you like it's just a background like
Oh, okay.
about the region, but it doesn't say like why.
Hmm.
Like we
That'd
found.
be really cool if it did.
But if you go to communities, it tells you genetic that you're connected to. So back in the day, there was indentured servitude the British Empire put on Indian people, where they said that if you go and work in the Caribbean or around Fiji, we'll give you a certain amount of land when you're done or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then mostly the British reneged on it and didn't give anything to anybody. So a bunch of my family, I guess, went to the Caribbean and Fiji, which is why there's a lot of Sings in like Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
When we were in Disney, when we went to rent that car, I was with my dad. My dad gave his license, and the woman's from Trinidad. She asked, like, "Are you from? Like, where are you from?" And he's like, "Canada." He's like, "Well, where are you from?" She's like, "Well, India." He's like, oh, "Okay, there's a lot of people with the last name Singh that are in from where." And then it says Quebec, southwestern Quebec French settlers,
Oh yeah.
1700, and it shows you.
That'd
like,
be your mom's side, right?
That's my mom's side, yeah. So it tells you like which parts. Shows you like other cousins that are connected. Nova Scotia,
Cool.
1700, Southeast Michigan, Missouri French settlers. So
How much does that cost? Isn't it like 100?
right now, since it's like the holidays, $75, and you get access for life. And they can
wow.
they
Update
constantly update it too,
Cool.
because with the more samples you collect, the better data they
Yeah.
can. So when I first got this done, it said 49% Indian
Oh yeah.
when they first got done, but then they keep updating it and say, okay, well now you got a lot of Central Asia in you too. So
Huh. Cool.
Alrighty.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna call that a show.
Sweet.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. We only got a couple more episodes left for this year.
For the holiday
Yeah.
season.
We're gonna take our regular holiday break. Come back at it in the new year. So I think the next one will be our penultimate.
All right.
What's that one?
The second.
Penultimate.
Oh, the penultimate. I was like, I don't even know what that word is.
It's like this.
I understand now. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I look
Yeah.
like an idiot at the end.
All right. We'll catch you later, guys. Bye.